Elsewhere, CES 2026 brought over 148,000 attendees to Las Vegas last month, with companies showcasing technological solutions for the future. Global creative agency MNC Saatchi was among those in attendance, and its CEO sat down with JD Durkin to provide his biggest takeaways. Let's take a look.
If you wanted to see robots, you got plenty of those. Robots, robots, robots. Sometimes I wonder whether the robots we're creating are going to have any use cases in the world, but sometimes you see things and you think that's going to be magical. So that was a big trend. AI is, of course, continuing to be a trend, how that's going to affect our lives as human beings. There was a lot of autonomous vehicles there. So there's a lot of stuff that we know already, but that's developing in terms of its technology.
You're an old industry veteran. Were there any surprises for you, or was this more in line with your expectations?
Hey, less of the old, please. But yeah, it was in line with my expectations. The world is getting to terms right now with how we use those technologies. And one of the things we say at MNC Saatchi is there's a lot of clients, a lot of brands, a lot of businesses wondering how they use those things to best effect to grow their business or to please their client base. And that's a thing we're very focused on trying to deliver for them.
You spoke about AI, the state of the creator economy. What do those conversations look like here in 2026?
Hey, look, I'm a big believer that the rules of marketing, of how you grow your business, how you innovate, how you talk to your consumers, how you persuade people that they want to stay with you, spend their precious dollars. I mean, they're their precious dollars they've got to spend in store, online, on your brand or your product. I'm a great believer those rules don't change, right? If you understand people, how your technology or your product or your service fits in their life, that's going to work. So all this technology, that's kind of the storm going on out there. And what you've got to do as a business is you've got to think, who are my customers? What do they really want? How do I use that technology for that purpose? Don't get misled. You know, use the technology for what your customers want, not something else.
What most excites you about where you most suspect a lot of these emerging technological trends aren't just not where they are today, but where you think or hope they may be tomorrow?
Well, at MNC Saatchi, we talk a lot about cultural power. When we talk about that, what we mean is the world is changing really fast. But the brands, the businesses that are growing and innovating the right way, they're the ones that know how to latch on to what's happening in culture, because culture is what people care about. I mean, maybe they care about the football, maybe they care about music, maybe they care about cooking and food. But those are the things that are the eternal truths of what humans really care about. If you're a business and you know how to latch onto that, that's how you become successful.
You have coined the term nostalgia. What does that mean?
Oh, in a time of a lot of change, a lot of consumers have a harking back to the past. And they're thinking, oh, the world used to be a better place. How do I get that? Now, when you sit down rationally and talk to them about it, the world wasn't always a better place. Healthcare was worse, education was worse, things like that were worse in the past. But there's a feeling that they want to bring back some of the values of the past. And how do they use technology and not be scared of it? There's a lot of fear of technological change out there. And how do they use that in a productive way so that they get back to the feelings they had before, the values they had before, the way that the eternal truths. They want their family to be safe. They want a roof over their head. They want food on the table. And how's technology going to help them with those things?
Yeah, disruption can be uncomfortable for a lot of people. Change inherently can be a lot different. So I wonder what those conversations look like, either with your customers, your client base, even other industry peers of yours who say, hey, but the way things are working right now, like there's no reason to change.
Look, people don't like change in general. They resist it. And there's a few people like me who love it. And at MNC Saatchi, we try and put together a group of people, especially in our MNC Saatchi consulting practice, who are the navigators of change. So big brands come to us and say, how do you help me navigate this change for my industry? How do you help me adjust my innovation plan so that they're going to be fit for the market? How do you help me learn about the troubles that my consumers are going through in using technology and AI, and how am I going to find an opportunity in that? So when we work with big businesses, we work with brands like JP Morgan, Chase, we work with brands like Ashley Furniture, we work with brands like Toyota, PepsiCo, Lego, and they're all different industries, but they're all asking the same questions. How do I use this to help grow my business in a way that's going to make my customers really happy?
I want to get your sense on some sneak peeks on things that you and your colleagues at MNC Saatchi are working on these days, new reports, and how about the Cultural Power Index? What is most important for viewers to know?
Yeah, so when brands want to have a real effect on their marketplace and grow their sales, nowadays they need to work out how they fit into culture. that might be on social media, that might be in live events. And that's historically been really hard to measure. So we've developed a cultural power index. It is a data-based, AI-driven way of measuring a brand's place in culture and the effect on their business results. We work that together with Oxford University so that we have the data and the support and the experts behind it. And that's something that we're bringing to the market this year. So that's truly exciting in terms of helping brands navigate the world.
All right, thanks again to Zaid, Qassab, and JD Durkin for that interview.